Yeah. So when you say put your energy and attention, you talked about people going down different routes. How did it play out for you? Like, what were I guess, the pieces that led to that final situation where you were given the opportunity? Did you pitch? Did you have a script that you pitched, or how did it get going?
Yeah, so I guess for me, I have a producer, James Greville, who I work with a lot, who owns Two Little Films, used to be Two Olympians. And
Right.
it's this whole thing of like, no one's going to let you direct drama until you've directed drama. And you're like,
Mm.
well, how am I going to fucking direct drama? Like,
Yeah.
you're kind of stuck at a crossroads. So I thought, right, well, the only way for me to direct drama is for us to write it, shoot it, put it on the web, make a web series basically.
Yeah.
So he was really on board with that as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, uh, Dr. Chris, of course, all the ladies, one of he's he's up there on the scale. So I'm sure that was probably not a terrible experience, getting to meet him. And I absolutely love Julia Morris. Did you get to spend much time with them?
To be honest, we don't really,
Mm,
because I direct the camp content. So
right.
when they're in the camp, we do all that sort of stuff. And then there's another director that does the live shows with Chris and Julia, and he sort of deals with them on a daily basis. So, I
Right.
mean, they're walking around and plodding around, but we generally don't cross paths too much,
Didn't get to chat to them much.
which isn't
No.
really the answer you want, is it?
No, I guess not. But it's maybe it'll save people from feeling quite as jealous. Now, I mean, so doing the camp stuff with I'm a Celebrity, did that also involve the activities? So were you doing like the crazy, I'm in a pit with rats and snakes and stuff like that?
No, so that's another director as well. So
Yep.
basically, the way it's set up is there's a director that will do the live shows, and that's the same person. And then there's a director that does like the challenges, and
Yep.
then there's about five or six of us that do the camp content. So it just depends on the show. Like when I did Survival of the Fittest, I was directing the live, like the evictions. And then the Love Island UK that I just did, I was doing the challenges. So doing a little bit of like in-house directing and then all of the challenges.
Yeah. What was the highlight out of the reality TV experience?
I would say the Love Island UK that I just shot actually in Africa was probably one of my favorites. And that's probably because of that, actually, because I got to do the all the challenges, and it's kind of takes you out of the dark control room that's pitch black and freezing cold, and kind of puts you on set more, which I enjoy. So yeah,
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah, yeah. Being out and about. Oh yeah, those challenges. It's just like anything like those shows or Fear Factor. I don't even know whether Fear Factor's still running, but we used to watch a fair bit of it back in the day. And like I'm a real kind of, I don't know, adrenaline junkies maybe overkill, but I do love experiences of all varieties pretty much, and I like extreme things. And I've done like rock climbing and like a variety of the extreme sports per se. So like when I see people doing stuff like
Go
that, where
on.
I would love the like doing the stuff like you're on a tightrope like going across a canyon or something, but the stuff with all the animals like crawling on you, or maybe, but the drinking of the disgustingness, like that would be my Achilles heel. I think I don't know that I just can't. I can't see someone serving me like a thick shake made out of like testicles or something, and me just thinking, yes, like I'm just gonna knock this down.
I
Oh,
could not do it. It's not for me. They do actually, with all of those, the crew test everything first. Um, so the eating challenges and the physical challenges, it's crew that sort of nominate themselves to go and test those a few days before their shot. So
mm,
I would be keen to. I have tried to do the physical ones. I did do one of the physical ones on Celeb. I
Yeah,
tried that, but
nice.
the food eating ones, oh, I just gag. Like watching them gag makes me gag.
Yeah, I imagine. How do they even know, like, whether it's? I mean, I'm hoping there's some sort of nutritionist or doctor who knows whether it's even safe to eat some of that stuff.
Yeah, it's all very safety and regulated, and yeah,
Yeah, they don't just go wander out in the field and lop some off and just bring it back. Uh,
unfortunately not.
no, oh my goodness. So, let's talk about movies. So it's
Yeah,
pretty exciting. I mean, because to me, that was the direction. And who knows? I still kind of have part of me that thinks maybe one day, I'll still have a chance. I've got a sci-fi script I was writing and was going to enter in a competition that's on the wall over here, and another idea that floats around in my mind. So I do like the concept of possibly getting into it at some stage. So was that your goal from the start? Did you always kind of have in mind that you wanted to shoot a feature?
yeah. I always wanted to do drama. Um, I guess film school really only teaches you that. To be honest, it's very like film analysis, and that's kind of the road that they show you to, like, which is quite detrimental. I think like we weren't taught anything about reality TV or even commercial space, to be honest. So I think it should be wider. I think film students should be taught all the different parts of the industry and all the paths they can take. So I guess just doing all the film studies made me naturally think, oh well, I'd love to make films. Uh, but then it's also like feels quite unrealistic. There's a very small percentage of directors that get to direct long form, whether that's drama or features. So it was always in the back of my mind. It's always what I wanted to do. And it was just a matter of trying to find what the stepping stones were to get there, because
Yeah.
everyone you talk to kind of took a different route and got there a different way. And it can be quite confusing to navigate. I've had a lot of conversations with other up and coming filmmakers over the past few months, this whole COVID time, which I think, as you were saying, like COVID kind of forced you to put more time and energy into like these avenues and getting this off the ground. And I think that's kind of a positive to come out of COVID for sure.
Mm.
But yeah, I've been having that conversation with other filmmakers about how to get there. And it was when I moved back from London that I thought, there's so much reality TV. I could just go reality job after reality job and continue on this path. And I thought, no, if drama is what I really want to do, now's the time to take a step back from reality and start finding how I can move into drama. So it was a very conscious decision for me to sort of put my energy and attention there. And yeah, I was lucky that it came to fruition.
Yeah. So when you say put your energy and attention, you talked about people going down different routes. How did it play out for you? Like, what were I guess, the pieces that led to that final situation where you were given the opportunity? Did you pitch? Did you have a script that you pitched, or how did it get going?
Yeah, so I guess for me, I have a producer, James Greville, who I work with a lot, who owns Two Little Films, used to be Two Olympians. And
Right.
it's this whole thing of like, no one's going to let you direct drama until you've directed drama. And you're like,
Mm.
well, how am I going to fucking direct drama? Like,
Yeah.
it's, you're kind of stuck at a crossroads. So I thought, right, well, the only way for me to direct drama is for us to write it, shoot it, put it on the web, make a web series basically.
Yeah.
So he was really on board with that as well. And I always think, like, it's a timing thing. Like, we didn't have many commercials on, so it kind of allowed us to, like, well, we're not shooting any commercials, let's make a web series. So he and I sat down and we co-wrote a web series called Tumbling,
Mm.
loosely, largely based on me and my sisters. Um,
It's
so
interesting as having watched the trailer.
yeah,
There's some very funny moments. I mean, particularly the opening
yeah.
scene. Yeah, that's definitely one way to get people's attention. I was just like, hang on, what's going on here? And then she's like pointing pointing the vibrator at her. Everyone, you've got to watch. You've got to go to Hayley's website just to watch the teaser trailer for Tumbling, because it has a lot of funny moments.
Well, yeah, we were, James kind of said, it was like, what do you, if you're going to shoot anything, what do you, sorry, my husband's literally just come in the room.
G'day,
Um,
mate. How you going?
it was like, well, we can make whatever we want to make. So if you want to make anything, what do you want it to be, basically? And I kind of thought, I'm really drawn to female content with strong female leads and something that kind of feels honest for me and relatable. So we ended up writing this series about me and my sisters. I mean, I had just moved back from London. My elder sister had just had a baby. The middle sister had just broken up with her boyfriend and moved in with the older sister with the baby. So it was all there in front of us, basically.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun to write, and we basically then thought we'll shoot a pitch trailer and we'll try and sell it. So we shot that pitch trailer, and I think it's funny how things sort of take a path of their own. We haven't sold it, we didn't manage to sell it, but it served a lot of other purposes, and it's led me to meet a lot of other people. And I would say that by shooting that trailer and having that content to show people, it's introduced me to really great executive producers who I'm now developing feature films with. And it also gave me content that when the Steve Jaggy Company were looking for a director for their latest feature film, I was able to show that I directed, some more drama. Like, even though we didn't make the series, it was still, 3 minutes of decent drama content. So it kind of served a different purpose to what I initially thought it would. But it was really helpful, I think, and it was really fundamental in helping me get the feature film.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just wanting to bring up just some of the footage so people could get a little bit of a feel. Again, with this bloody capture card and it not working, and me fiddling around with all these things, I've lost the ability to record sound for for a moment, so I don't know how to get the sound going. But I'm sure that we can just play some of the footage while we're talking, because people can get a bit more of a
Do you know what? We had a great cast as well. So we had Melina Vidlar, she's amazing, Sarah West, and the beautiful, I've forgotten her name, mental blank, Elise McCain.
Elise McCain. Yeah. It's shot in Brisbane. Oh, can you hear that audio?
No.
You can't hear it. No.
Oh, yeah, I can hear it.
Oh, you can?
It's very staggered though. It's not playing smoothly.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it just, I don't think there's enough content out there that's like this, that's just relatable, real female characters.
Yeah, I love this this sister. Which sister are you, out of interest? Is this you?
No, that's the middle sister, who is the prettiest, I will have you know. She did actually start a one-woman crossbow show. There's a lot of it that's truthful. I'm the youngest, so I'm played by Sarah West, who I would say was the hardest to write, because I was like, it's hard to be, that sort of reflective, and I think that character is probably the least truthful to real life.
Yeah, easier to air like some of your other sisters' stories. But hey, look, I think it's great, and hopefully somebody does pick it up. I think it would do really well, because people they love that sort of thing where it's just a bit more sort of real life.
We've had a really great response to it. So many people have said they would love to watch it, and even the networks and stuff that we sort of showed it to, they all loved it. But there's kind of this sense of but we've already got another show that's got female leads. We've already ticked that box, and it's like, oh right, so we can only have one show on each network that, has a set of female leads. I think we're
Mm,
still trying to pave the way in that regard.
yeah, right.